Hey everyone, I am here. I am just grabbing stuff and getting it all ready. Making sure I have everything. Looks like I do. Alright. So I am making a door decoration. Which I'm excited about. So our Wreath broke this year, which sucks. It was a cheap Wreath though. It was like literally from the dollar store. So it wasn't too bad. It lasted for I think 2 years. So I'm kind of happy about that. And then now it fell apart. So time to make a new one. Okay. Perfect. So I went to the dollar store and picked up a bunch of stuff. So this is originally it was $3. I took off the tag so that way I can work with it. Then I got some bows, a bunch of random stuff to put on the wreath. I don't know if I'm going to use these, but I figured that way I can actually use them later on, right? And then we got 4 little ornaments that we can also put on. And then the plan is, so the wreath was also from the dollar store. I paid like $4.50 for it. So we're gonna paint Santa, and then after we're done with Santa, we're gonna attach Santa to the wreath. Then we're gonna put bows and a bunch of random decorations on it. Hang a little bit of ornaments. And that's the plan for the wreath. So it's gonna take a little while to work on it. I do have my hot glue gun, so right now we're gonna work on the wooden parts. We're gonna color in Santa, get Santa ready for painting. Then we're gonna work on the ornaments there. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. Here it is. Yeah. Sorry, playing with the wreath. Just gonna move the wreath out of the way for right now so that way it doesn't get in the way. Again, everything's from like the dollar store. So I spent, I think it was just over $20 for all of this. I don't think I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use it for something else, which is fine. But yeah, the wreath and everything, not so bad. So the wreath was $4.50. Yeah, $3, $1.50, $1.50, $1.50, $2, $1.50. So that's not too bad. Okay. So we're gonna give it an open. And pull out these. And we're gonna get those ready for a little later. Though I'm gonna work on Santa right now because he's gonna take the longest to paint and dry, it feels like. Which is alright. No issue with that. Okay. So this kind of looks a little bit more beaten up on this side, so this is the nicer side. This is the side we're going to use. I am going to take the string off and reattach the string later. There we go. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to attach it to the wreath as well, so that way it will also use it to hang on the wreath. There we go. Yeah. We'll do this side right here. I'm just going to draw pencil lines in so that way I know just kind of where I should paint. And where color has changed. I think those are going to be Santa's eyes. I just think I might change it a little bit. But I'm not sure. Just one moment. Okay, so that's Santa's beard, so we're gonna kind of, there we go, give an outline of where the beard begins and where the beard ends for us. There we go. And then I'm just gonna draw circle eyes and a button nose. No, not down there. Where's my eraser? Right in front of my face. Let's circle this out. There we go. There we go. And then Santa's beard. It's not going to look like the best, but it is going behind a wreath, so I'm okay with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my paintbrush now. I think I'm going to use a 6. Yeah. Or what color? We're going to use 4. I'm just going to wet 4. There we go. That way I can kind of try to bring these close together. There we go. Okay. I'm going to use my big acrylic paints today. That's black. Here's white. Nope, that's gray. Okay, and I'm just gonna at least put a dot for right now of paint down. We're gonna grab the paintbrush and we're just gonna kind of start painting in Santa. That way Santa's nice and painted in and we can keep on going. So I did change my times, and Sunday we'll do bonus streams if I have like the motivations to do it. The last like 2 Sundays I have not, and that's only because of the amount of snow that we've gotten. And I'm like, I just don't want to, after like shoveling like half a foot of snow, you're just kind of want to stay inside and curl up and not move. think I'm gonna change the brush size. But yeah, that's kind of just how it feels with the amount of snow that we've gotten. So yeah, we're just working on Santa's hat right now. There we go. So there's one part of his hat. I'm gonna give this a wash. I'm gonna grab a little bit more paint so we can just paint in right there. There we go. Dog was excited for the snow. He just played in it. But yeah, no, after a day of shoveling, you just kind of want to hide and not be around really anything. I even called it quits early. I was in bed like 10 o'clock, and then I forced myself to stay up a little later. But yeah, no, I was just tired. I think by the time it was like 10:45, I was done and asleep. So even the dog was done. He actually walked downstairs and crawled into the kennel and called it quits before I even called it quits. But it's just cold. It was minus 19, but felt like minus 23 for most of the weekend, and then it did fall to minus 23, and it was just cold. So yeah, dumping a little bit more white, sorry. And then I know today was supposed to be number painting, but I am waiting for the number paints I ordered to come in, so that way we could have it at least like holiday themed, especially with it being December now, right? So I got a number painting of a tree, and then I got a number painting of... Honestly, I can't remember what the second number painting is. I know one's a Christmas tree, but I can't remember. I was going to do gnomes, but I decided against it because it wasn't on sale. So I can't remember what I got. Guess I'll find out tomorrow when it shows up. So yeah, we're just painting in Santa right now, so. But yeah, no. There we go. I know we made the last door hanging not too long ago, but usually I like to switch it up around certain times. I don't like to keep it the same, if that makes sense. Especially when it gets close to Christmas time. I at least like to try to match the holiday. we go. So we got the eyes done. And I'm just going to repaint up here. A little more. And up here. Because I don't want to start painting down here because I'm using it to hold and support my arm right now. There we go. So we'll do the beard a little after. I think the beard will be the last thing that we do. There we go. Okay, let's give this a wash, and then we're gonna go scarlet red. There we go. It was a nice weekend though. Watched some anime. Watched some Ted Lasso. Watched a little bit of football. Did some Christmas shopping. Probably gonna do a little bit more shopping either this week or next week. And then, yeah. There isn't much to do now. I'm not really doing Christmas baking this year. 'Cause normally I do a bunch of baking, but not this year. Because, yeah, we're not going to be here. But that's okay. Though I do kind of have to work on the house. Kind of let the house go a little bit. I've been meaning to caulk the shower downstairs because we found mold in the caulking. So I've cleared like 90% of it, and then the knife broke. And I was out of blades, so I had to wait for more blades to come in. And then I haven't finished it since. Probably should do a good deep clean of that bathroom too, because I think it only gets used like once a week now. And that's only if we both need to use the bathroom, so maybe like once or twice a week, which is not often. So yeah, no, I probably should. Well, that's probably tomorrow's plan. Or I could do it in between the stream today. So I think I will do, normally when I do Christmas baking time, I'll just clean the house and get it ready. Normally by this time, I would have 2 trees up. But this year I'm only having 1. So normally I have a Christmas tree and a Yule tree. I know it's still the same thing in a technical sense, but one has an angel at the top and a bunch of old Christmas ornaments what we grew up with that we got. And the other one's a Yule tree which has a wooden star on it. And then the ornaments are mostly wooden. Actually, to be honest, I think all of them are wooden on the Yule tree. I don't think I have any non-wooden ones on there, like ornaments. And then, yeah. And then the Yule tree is just only with white um, lights, where my Christmas tree has like the red, the blue, the green. Like, normally I make downstairs look like Christmas threw up. But not this year. Which is alright. I can make Christmas throw up next year. Again, sorry if you see me looking off to the side. I'm just checking my OBS to make sure that it's still going well, and oh, just one moment. I actually think he hung up on me. That's okay. Oh, sorry, and then I was reading the news there for a second. That was a phone company asking if I was happy with my bill. And I'm like, I haven't used you in like 10 years. So obviously I wasn't happy with the bill. Was it 10 years? No, 8 years. It has been 8 years since I've had TELUS. That makes sense. Okay. We're done with the red. So we've done the top of the hat. Now we need a little bit of black. So normally I would use the number paints that I would have, but I know that they will not be able to paint all of this. So I should actually grab this one. Sorry, I'm just doing something. Since I got this little brush out, if that makes sense. I'm just going to kind of trace around. Probably should have waited till afterwards to do all this, but that's okay. There we go. I'm just going to kind of pop that in there, grab the paint, and then finish painting in the eyes. There we go. There we go. I think what I'm going to do is take this, not this one, take this paintbrush and kind of there we go. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna get a skin color. I don't know if I have any natural skin colors though, or close to skin color for Santa. What am I gonna do? Because those are definitely not enough to paint him in, I don't think. Just gonna scoot over a little bit. I just wanna no, 13's too. $17. Okay. So I am going to use one of the number paint ones. Just because that is the closest I'm going to get to like a flesh color for our Santa. And then we're just going to kind of trace it around the best we can. To make Santa at least my fleshy color. I'm not too worried about making it look too good because the wreath probably will distract from it, but I at least want to make them decent. Which is my skill level. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy at least my skill level's decent. Oh. The dog's having a dream where he's chasing something. We're good. Oh, he's eating in his sleep. Sorry. Buddy, are you okay? I know they say leave sleeping dogs lie, but sometimes it's good to at least ask. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to pop that in there. I'm going to take my bigger brush and fill in Santa's face now. I also forgot to do his nose. Darn it. That's okay. We can do his nose afterwards. I've also, when I went to the dollar store, I picked up some other stuff that we can do some crafts with. So I picked up a nutcracker as well so we can paint and make him, which I think will be a fun thing to do. And then I gotta figure out what day I want to work on ornaments, because the day that I work on ornaments will be a little bit of resin, a little bit of other stuff as well. Probably gonna work on a little bit of wood burning. So that way I can at least add a little bit more ornaments to the Yule tree. I also give out ornaments for Christmas time, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to paint Santa's nose in the best I can without having to switch to a different brush because I'm being lazy. Very lazy. There we go. Perfect. So we got Santa's nose done. So I'm going to put this back because we don't need the color again. For at least the rest of Santa. And I don't think we need the colors for those ornaments as well either. Okay, let's keep washing Santa up. Some days I wonder what dreams that dog has. There we go. We're going to grab white again. And then we're going to fill in Santa's beard. And then we're at least done with this part, although we're going to trace it around, then we're going to move on to these. So if you look in where you see me, you can see it a little better, but there we go. Yeah. Going to use a lot of white, and I'm just going to kind of trace around to make it a little easier for when coloring in comes. Or painting in, sorry. Okay, let's keep washing Santa up. So I'm going to put this back because we don't need the color again. For at least the rest of Santa. And I don't think we need the colors for those ornaments as well either. So if you look in where you see me, you can see it a little better, but there we go. Yeah. Going to use a lot of white, and I'm just going to kind of trace around So this is part 1 of the wreath. Don't know why I was so worried about messing that up. Sorry, there was a hair there. I was trying to blow it away. It didn't do anything. And then I was worried about getting paint everywhere. And then I realized that's all getting painted in the same color. So I don't know why I was trying to be careful. There we go. Perfect. Today just kind of seems like a nice, calm, chill Monday. There we go. Okay. So we're going to paint in his mustache, or his beard, sorry. Nope, mustache. There we go. Now we're going to work over here. Get this painted in. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry, it's a bit dry today, so there we go. We're almost halfway done his beard. Awesome. He actually looks kind of cute. I like Santa right now. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he would actually look a lot worse, if that makes sense. Just cause, yeah, he would be very simple. Just because of my skill level, but honestly, I'm kind of happy with how it turned. Or is turning, sorry. Is turning. We still have a lot to do, though, to finish up the reef, so we got plenty of time. There we go. I'm going to grab a little bit more paint. There we go. Good. Oh, so I do plan on playing a little bit of Valheim also at some point again. I made a different world. And I made it casual. And I already made kind of like a simple area just to kind of hide and store stuff. So we're gonna give that a go at some point again. Using that world so that way I can't just die. I can, because I have died so far, but that's because I attacked random things to get things. If that makes sense. I am debating if I maybe make the world so that way I don't need limits on stuff. So I can just build and have, like, free range. But at the same time, I just don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. I also made a new character for it as well to kind of help with it. So that way I'm not using my main account character. Because I was originally, I know I had to do some stuff for the account that I usually use and my partner usually uses. Because that's kind of like our world that we were on. But yeah, it's probably better to start fresh. And that way I don't have to spend hours trying to grab my person. Because it had all the good stuff from another world on it, right? And then... yeah. We're almost done painting Santa in, which isn't bad. He's only taken not too long, but we still have a lot more to go paint and do. If I have to continue it tonight, I will continue tonight because I had the second stream. And I also plan on doing a little bit more craft stuff tonight. So, that's okay with it, doing that there. Just going to keep kind of painting over just so that way I use all this paint and I don't feel like I've wasted any of it. So I think I bought this paint 2 Christmases ago to work on some craft stuff. And it's been doing really good. I used to only be able to do it when I have time, which was very rare. Why the paint has lasted so long. But now that I have a little bit more time, I can keep painting and use it, which is honestly really nice. There we go. So Santa is almost complete. We're just going to trace in um, with the black lining like we did. So I'm also going to trace the top of his head because I forgot the hat. And then we're going to trace in the beard. And then we're going to let him dry for a little bit. And then we're going to move on to these ornaments. And we're going to figure out what to put on them. Paintbrush. I have a little bit of black paint left, so I will add a little bit more, but we'll use what I have in front of me right now. I know yesterday, while I was thinking of designing this, part of me wanted to put an eye patch on Santa because in, I think it's Norse mythology, Odin's the one that delivers the gifts with the Yule goat that you normally see. So I was like, do I put an eye patch for Odin? But I think I'm just gonna stick with the traditional Santa. I guess in Christmas tradition, there we go. Because I do live in a neighborhood where we do follow more Christian, not Christian, but Christmas kind of looks, if that makes sense. Like, even those that don't follow it will put up Christmas lights and a fake Santa to kind of match the neighborhood. I know that sounds weird, but all of us kind of just like doing that here. It's kind of like matching. I think it's just because we all enjoy everything's lit up. And I think that's the main thing, is everyone likes brightness around. So that a lot of Christmas decorations are nice and bright. There we go. I also don't want to have to sit there and explain to my mom about the eye patch. Because she would be like, I don't understand. She would, after explaining the story, and then she just will laugh, being like, okay, you weirdo. But I don't think I can make Odin cute looking, like Santa. If that makes sense? I think that makes sense, yeah. So I think she would just think I made a renegade Santa. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of take the extra black paint and kind of retrace in some areas. Just where the white has gone and painted over. There we go. There we go. His little twinkle in his eye, I guess. I think I want to paint that back white. We're going to give it a minute to dry. And actually... one moment. Doop. Doop. other dupe should have gone there, but that's okay. There we go, fixed it. Sweet. Okay, so Santa is done. So we're gonna move Santa out of the way, so that way Santa can dry a little bit before we do more stuff to him. There we go. Just gonna move these also a little bit out of my way. Sorry. I realized I stuck them on the fake nails that I did, and I haven't put them on yet. I meant to do that before this stream, but kind of just didn't have time. I went into like time blindness. Started like pacing around, just listening to my music and just kind of being off in my own little world. Running around with a laser pointer with the dog. Okay. Oh, I missed a spot. There we go. So Santa shouldn't take too long to dry. The longest part that will take to dry is the 2 dots that we just stuck on his head. Weep. Hope I'm still not mute. I don't think I'm mute, so we're good. I'm talking about the mic. Alright. And I hope you guys can hear my voice a little better. So someone was telling me that my voice was very quiet. So I turned down the music in the background, and I'm kind of hoping that will help with it. So we have these ornaments now. So I think one of them I might make like looking like a Christmas, like a Christmas tree. Christmas gift. A present. There we go. Sorry. Some days I'm amazed if I can understand. Hey, how are ya? Hopefully you're doing pretty good. Just give me one moment. I'm just kind of leaning over to my laptop for a sec. Just to kind of get ideas. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I could put a gingerbread man on one. We're just trying to figure out what we're going to put on these little ornaments right here and then paint on them. So I'm thinking one's going to be a present. One might be a gingerbread man. I think one might be a stocking. And I don't know if I want to do a tree for this one, like a Christmas tree. But what do you think? Thinking, yeah. Yeah. Because what I'm doing is we have Santa already done. We're going to attach Santa to this wreath. And then we're going to attach these ornaments to these wreaths. And then I have some more ornaments to go onto the wreath. Reindeer? Oh, let's do a reindeer. Yes. That's a good idea. I know it won't be the prettiest reindeer in the world, but let's make a reindeer. I am just going to go drawings of rain. There we go. That way I can kind of have an idea of how to draw one. Or get an idea of what I... Ooh. Maybe. Okay. I think I figured it out. We're gonna do the reindeer first. Okay. So we could do a reindeer's head, or we can do a reindeer with a whole body. But it will be childish looking. Alrighty. Let's think. Do we want to do a baby reindeer, maybe? Okay. Adult reindeer or baby reindeer? Baby? Okay, that's what I was thinking. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of draw a little... No. That is not a proper head. Where did I put that eraser? Right in front of my face. Perfect. Okay. I think I'm going to round his head this way. Go like that for ears. I know you can't really see that great right now. There's one ear or antler. There's another little antler that I'm gonna retry. So how are you doing today? Are you enjoying the day? Hopefully it's not too bad for you. There we go. And then we're gonna close off right here, close off right there. Put a little slip for the ears. We're gonna do a little nose, some eyes. A little bit of blue cheeks. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna add a little scarf to the baby reindeer. Yeah, a little scarf to the baby reindeer. Yeah, we're gonna make it kiddish completely. He's in a little outfit. With his little antlers and his little hoofs. Kind of make it look a little realistic, I guess, like a human. You slept the whole day? Good for you. So this is kind of what we have for our little baby reindeer. So I think I'm going to get rid of the legs and put little circles. I wish I could sleep for the whole day. Good for you. I don't remember the last time I did that. Was it a good sleep? There we go. We have sitting down instead. So that will be our little reindeer. And then I think I'm going to grab my markers for a minute. Hopefully you didn't have anything planned for the day. It was decent? Oh, that's good. Alright, I'm just gonna grab my little... I got multiple colors, so let's grab brown. A dark brown for the antlers. Okay, we're gonna trace this around. Perfect. Go in like that. For little antlers. I put that in the wrong way. I realized I forgot. Oh, that looks okay. There we go. Okay, we're gonna grab the black marker for the eyes. Perfect. And then we're gonna go with the lighter brown to just trace out our little guy. Just like that. I am going to move this a little over. That way you guys can probably see it a little easier. Sorry about that. Okay, and then right there. Right there. I'm going to pull these out completely. Awesome. So we're going to grab the red. So he has little red cheeks. We're going to do a red scarf. There we go. And then, what color should his shirt be? We can go with green, we can go with blue, we can do a purple. We can do pink. I think I want to do pink. So we're going to grab a pink marker just to trace in I'm also going to take, oh, we can't forget his little nose, my eraser to this afterwards just to kind of give it a race. And then we are going to paint in the background as well, so. Alright, and then I'm going to take black again. So that way I can put in its little hooves. And its shoes. Okay. background for this one. Should we do a green background or a purple background? What are you thinking? A blue background? There we go. That way my pencil marks are gone. Okay, let's do... Let's do a green background for the reindeer. So I'm just going to grab my green marker. Oh, I don't want the thick side. I want the thin side. So my markers are two-sided. So they have a thicker side and then a thinner side. I'm just going to trace around my little reindeer with the green marker. Oh, the dog's having a good dream. I can hear his legs going. Or his tail's going. Sorry. No, his legs are going. He's running in his dream. That makes sense. I am going to color in with the marker here just because I don't want to ruin the little tassos. There we go. So, yeah, there we go. We're going to keep on painting. Tracing. Sorry, for a strange reason, I forgot I was using markers for a moment. Okay, we're almost done tracing the reindeer with the marker. There we go. Oh, my bad. Usually that's where I stick my caps, but that makes sense. Just going to give that a close since we don't need it right now. And I'm just going to move my markers right there. So we got the little reindeer first. So we're going to start painting him in. What I'm going to do is I am going to use the number paint colors. For some of them. Just because I have more color choices with these. And it's small enough that I don't have to worry about running out of paint. If that makes sense. Bye, be free. Oh, actually, it's a good thing I picked it up because that would be right underneath my chair, and that won't be good. Okay. Perfect. I feel like it just keeps getting more and more and more, but I keep making more and more and more. Okay. hopefully you guys can see him. I'm just going to pull this a little closer so that way you guys can see me paint the little ones. I'm going to grab these. I'm going to grab this one right here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to find a cute little pink. So I'm going to go with this pink right here, which is 14. Pop it open. And I'm going to paint in his little nose. And then since I'm here, we're going to start painting in his shirt. There we go. Looks good? Oh, that's good. Okay, so we're just going to be very careful not to paint where we shouldn't. I will move my hand because it probably is blocking over half the little ornament. Sorry about that. Okay, perfect. I'm not gonna lie, when you told me reindeer, the thing that popped in my head is, have you ever watched One Piece? Was Chopper. And him yelling, I'm a reindeer! Not a raccoon! And I'm like, yeah. My mind goes to weird places sometimes. Well, at least it's anime, it's not that bad. That one's actually a very tamed anime. There we go. So we got pink done. So we're going to give this a wash. I'm going to move that over. Santa's probably almost done drying anyways, because it shouldn't take too long for these paints to dry. And he still looks alright, so. Now we need a red, so I think I'm going to go with this red right here. So that way we can paint in his little scarf and his little rosy cheeks. There we go. I am looking forward to attaching it to the wreath. I don't know if all of it will be too much, but that's okay. Alright, we're almost done painting in his little scarf. Perfect. So are you doing any holiday decorating? Or are you all done your holiday decorating? I'm still debating if I want to make downstairs throw up like Christmas or not. Part of me doesn't want to, but part of me feels like it's just weird if not. Upstairs is all Yule right now, so. Though I don't have a Yule log. But this year I can't really do anything with a Yule log, so. There we go. And now I think we're going to grab, I think, a black color. So we can do the eyes in the shoe. Oh, nice. Is there a lot of Legos in the Lego room? Did you see that video of that guy that has like a full basement, like full of Legos and like a little city and everything? We'll make that a little bigger. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. 110. You've been busy. Good for you. Oh, is that who the name is? I could never remember his name. I just remember seeing his Lego collection multiple times and I recognize it right away. I'm guessing you've done Lego for many, 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 many years. If you're at 110 sets, good for you. Those are goals. Like, actual goals. Okay, now we need a brown, but I want a light brown. Not that brown. Maybe this one. No, what? Good for you, though. I think Lego is now, what, I think this is my second or third year of Lego, but I know I don't have as many as you. I never had the time for Lego for the longest time as well. Still, those are goals. You're living mine. Out of all those sets, which one was the most, like, memorable of, like, making? And it could be just because that set, like, tick you off or anything like that. I know you like the cat one that you had. Lego is a good pastime, too. Don't get me wrong, I can go in a swearing match. I think I muted my mic when I went into the swearing match with when I did the Notre part of the Notre Dame. Dane. Oh, nice. I don't think I've actually seen that one. Wait. Sorry, I was just gonna stick that right in my mouth and just kind of hold it there while I look up the set. Someone wants to be my friend. Sorry. I noticed a notification. No one ever wants to be my friend. That's not true, but normally not with Snapchat. Um. Oh, those are the cars. Oh, that must have been cool. How many of the Lego cars have you built? Is it just that one, or? I know I've debated the cars, but I just don't know where I'd end up putting them. And when I mean that, it just, yeah, I just don't know. Mine first Lego set as an adult that I actually bought was The Mandalorian. And it was the Mandalorian head. I like a lot of the nerdy stuff that they have, but only certain types. And then I've seen people make the Lego cars, like the big ones, and then I see them put them in their coffee tables all the time, and I thought that was neat. I know part of me debated putting one of my Lego heads in like resin, so that way it wouldn't break. Cause like I drop things all the time, as you know. And I debated putting resin on one of them, like immerging it in resin and filling. But a part of me is like, it just seems so. I don't want to mess it up because that's an expensive mess up to do. And knowing my luck, it will break during the pour. And I don't think I actually have a mold that's big enough to even do that, so maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll make Lego and pour resin on it and see what happens. Without breaking it, hopefully. We'll probably start something small. Okay, we're gonna fill in this antler. Okay, it is a brown. It just looks very... It looks like a... It doesn't look brown. There we go. There you go. Okay, perfect. Our little reindeer is almost done. Okay, and we want a green background now. I do have some greens here. So I could use... Oh! Bye! Be free! Sorry. Because I don't need to use these greens. I can actually use my too dark. Pure green's too dark. Maybe light green. Grass green's too dark. Yellow green. We're not doing all of... no, we're not doing all of... Maybe. I'm trying to figure out like a light color. So that way it doesn't... blend in well with the reef. It kind of sticks out. that will blend in too well. That one might not. No. Don't really want to do olive color though. Let's do... Oh, why did I do that? Why did I open that? Let's go light green. Yeah, we'll do a light green. Ugh. Stay. Okay, and we're just gonna grab this right here. Yeah, we're gonna do light green. Ooh. Just a little dupe. There we go. I'm going to keep this out just in case I need it. We're going to paint in the little reindeer. We are going to paint this part in gold, though. So. Or yellow, I guess, because I don't have gold. Okay, that's not a bad green, so we're going to go with that one. Sorry. Little thirsty. I noticed that my water intake hasn't been the greatest. So I brought my little, like, sippy cup out. So that way, if I at least drink 1.5 of these, I feel like I've done something. Normally I put it in my wine glass and I drink my water that way, but I've knocked it over one too many times, and I didn't, at least not on stream, but I knocked it over one day before stream. And then I had to make myself a new one, clean it up. And so now I'm putting it in a sippy cup because I'm too clumsy. Yeah. Way too clumsy, it seems. I feel like each year I get older, the clumsier I get. Which is okay. There's nothing that can be done about it. I still haven't broken any bones yet. So... Wait, are you even wood? Are you fake wood? Oh, wait, you're wood. So the goal is not to break anything? I've sprained. I've dislocated. I've strained. I think the worst injury I got was I dislocated my pelvis partly. I strained, sprained, and pulled the hip and groin all at once. Falling down. And I think that was the worst injury I've actually put on myself. Oh no, do we count broken teeth as broken bones? Because technically I think teeth are considered a bone, but it's like... Do we count those? Because then at that point I had broken teeth. Bad genetics. Yeah. Ah, oh, shoot. Okay. Then I've broken 6 teeth. One tooth was already dead when it broke. Another one, yeah, I didn't have any luck with that. I also, my teeth are very bad for genetics. I got very unlucky. I didn't get my dad's genetics with teeth. I got my mom's. I think the first broken tooth I got, I think I was 18. And I broke a front tooth. And all I was doing was eating cereal, bit into like the raisin, and the tooth just came out. The other times were in the back, so I had, how do I put it this way? I had the same tooth that broke when I was 18 break this year. So that had to get refixed. Then I broke, they're not big breaks either. Like I only needed 2 root canals in my life, and that was with the same tooth because it broke in weird areas. And even then, like, the reason why they said they had to say it was like a root canal is because they had to go back in and fix all the old stuff. And then the rest of the, just one broke because I ate candy corn, like the hard candy corn, like the not actual candy corn. I call it candy corn, but it's the hard flavored corn that's freeze, like, dried. That broke one tooth. But yeah, woo! They broke parts of teeth. I should actually say that. They broke parts of teeth. Well, I guess I can say I haven't broken any bones and limbs yet. So we'll just go with that. Also, my dental hygiene is like 10 times better now, so. But that's because I stopped eating dangerous things to break my teeth. Because, yeah, I refuse to break another tooth. Or break parts off of another tooth. Because that's more of what it was, is I broke 2 the same, and the rest were, they broke parts off. Which still sucks, but yeah, I blame my mom. She knows I blame her, but she knows that, like, I don't blame her. Like, you were in my life, I'd be like, it's your fault. More humor. There we go. It's also like how she will joke being like, and you're the reason why I have gray hair. Which is fair. I am the reason why she has gray hair. So there we go. We have our little thing done. We're just going to paint in right there. I'm going to grab this 17 because it looks nice and bright. Or this yellow because it looks nice and bright. And then what we're going to do is paint in right here. Have you ever broken any bones? Or have you been good? Sweet. So our little guy is done. So we're going to put him right next to Santa. Give this a wash, put this green away. Oh, that must have been painful. Was that when you were a kid or no, like older? Oh, that sucks. Did you at least get compensated well? Work injuries suck. Because usually there's a lot of paperwork involved. On both sides. Did they have to cast like your whole foot for the one broken bone? Or just part of your foot? Okay, next one. What we're going to do... I think we're going to make... We're going to make a... stocking. There we go. Forgot what they were called for a moment. There we go. What, did your snore wake yourself up? I'm sorry your snore woke you up. I'm sorry, babies. I know your life's hard when you're trying to nap and then you wake your own self up. There we go. I'm going to put this little loop right here. Perfect. Not bad. And then I think right there. Right there. Kind of like that. Nice simple foot, I think. We're not going to go too elaborate on it. But yeah. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to grab the markers again. I'm going to scoot these up. And we're going to pull out the markers. So what I'm thinking is green sock. Hopefully you guys can still see. There we go. Oh, that's good. The dog was able to go back to sleep. Poor thing. There we go. I think we're going to do add a little bit of red. Wrong side. I know. I broken anything that I needed to cast on. So I'm happy with that. My brothers were the ones that needed casts growing up. Because I think every single brother broke an arm. Just playing. There we go. Perfect. And then I know they hurt when you break it. Ooh. I know I didn't break anything, but I've seen lots of people in pain from breaking stuff. More old people, but that's just because of nursing. And when you find them on the floor, they normally broke something. It is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Are you excited for the holiday? Did you get your stuff up? Oh, there we go. How have you been? There we go. We're going to pop that there. I'm going to take my eraser. Oh, I erased something that I didn't want to erase, but that's okay. I can stick that in with marker. Or no. That actually kind of looks good like that. That's fair. Yeah, when you have to climb into an attic, it makes it a little bit harder and stuff, right? Oh, that makes sense. Good for you. That way it's still her birthday and it's not too much Christmas, right? Oh, nice. So, Christmas will be, puked all over yourself this weekend. That's what I call it. Christmas puke. But the reason why I call it Christmas puke is because it looks like Christmas threw up everywhere. Because of all the colors and all the stuff, right? There we go. And I think, oh, I didn't even trace that around. I think we're going to do... Let's do a blue for a background for this one. Sorry, guys. Oh, I think the lizard has woken up from his nap in the kitchen and is now moving. Hopefully to eat his food. I put out his food earlier and then he didn't want to eat, so I replaced the food with different food, so hopefully he will eat. Do you guys like celebrate big for your mom's birthday? There we go. We're going to keep tracing this around. Okay. For my mom's, we just all go to her house, which isn't hard because my brothers still live there. and then have a nice meal, and then have some cake. Bring her some pastries that she likes. Oh, that's fair. But good for her for going like somewhere nice for her birthday. And know what? It means you get the house to yourself, right? So you can do whatever you want. That's kind of how I liked it when my family went away. Though it was very rare that I would get the house to myself. I think last time I did, I ended up ditching and spending time with my boyfriend and staying there. Okay, I'm gonna be right back before we start painting because I just need to make a mess. And no, that's fair. It does suck that you're not spending time with your mom on her birthday, but you guys could do something to celebrate beforehand and after, right? Uh, but back to my thought. I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back, guys, okay? Alright, back. Sorry about that. Really had to pee. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Okay. Um. Yeah, I owned it. It's now time to paint this. Perfect. Sorry. Really had to go. Okay, we're gonna grab our, not this paintbrush. I want something a little bigger. Not too big. Where's zero? Oh, we can use one. Perfect. Alrighty. Let's start painting this in. Sweet. Off we go. Okay, so it's been almost 2 hours. That makes sense why I felt like I had to go to the bathroom. There we go. We're going to paint in our little stocking. So again, if we don't finish it all today on this stream, I am back again a little later. So we can finish the rest tonight as well. So it's not too bad. If you hear my tummy growling, I'm sorry about that. It is probably wanting food. I forgot to eat before I went on the stream. Actually, I forgot to eat since last... Well, I had dinner last night, but I kind of forgot to eat before I jumped on stream and didn't have breakfast. Or lunch. Yeah, I kind of forgot to make my English muffin this morning. But that is okay. I don't think it will kill me for skipping 2 meals today. Normally I skip 1 meal, normally I kind of skip lunch or breakfast. And my lunch is my breakfast, if that makes sense. Because I normally forget to have 3 meals. But I normally have 2. But that's okay. That happens. That's the joys of being ADHD and off in your own little world. You kind of forget to eat. There we go. Perfect. So we got... At least that is an empty teacup. Sorry, I went to go put my brush in the cup to wash it, and it turned out that was my teacup, but the teacup is empty. So that's fine. Okay. Good. Let's go with a red. Don't really want that color. It's like a pink. What about this 14? Yeah, let's do that one. Yeah, that one looks nice. I am curious with how it's going to all work out when it goes on the Wreath. But I think it will work out pretty well. I have a hot glue gun so that way I can get... Oh, excuse my reach. All these weird things that I bought to put on it. I also have a staple gun, so if I need to staple and glue at least Santa to my Wreath, I can. I know I said I was going to use the string. The string's going to go back into Santa's head and then also around the Wreath. So that way it kind of helps hold it up. But yeah, we'll see what happens. There we go. I probably should find background music to match the season. I forgot about that. I just kind of put on the normal playlist that I normally put on because I know that it's been approved by Twitch and by YouTube. So maybe I'll check out them and then see if they have a Christmas remix. So that way, or like a winter, Yule, holiday, you know, the seasonal remixes, and see if I can get that on for either later today or tomorrow. Um, Again, I know today was supposed to be number painting. That will happen on Wednesday. Just because I'm waiting for the number painting to come in. I still can't remember what the other number paint is. And it's so weird. Is it a present? No, I don't think I would have. Because of the Christmas tree? Because I bought a Christmas tree. I don't know. It will be a surprise. I know I can go check and look it up on my phone that's like right beside me, but sometimes I like getting surprises. Okay, and then we want blue for the background, right? I do have a couple blues. That we can do. I feel like ultramarine blue would be too dark for what we're going for, so we're not going to use that one. Same with cobalt blue, still too dark for what I want to do. I could do sky blue, or I could do rotten egg blue. I know I like rotten egg blue, but I think I'm going to go with sky blue. Give it a good mix. Sorry about that. And then pop open. And clean. And then I think that's the amount I'm going to use. Perfect. Okay. Going to use the same size paintbrush. And we're going to kind of trace and paint. Because I know I traced in with the marker. But this will help a little better too. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna keep on going. So I will be done today's stream around 5 today. So I'm just gonna stream for 3 hours. Just because of the fact that I will be coming back on at 8. Yeah, just to do the other stream, which probably might be a continue of this one, depending on how this all goes. Or it might be part 2 and then I do some other stuff with it, just to kind of, yeah. There we go. Yeah, I think I grabbed too much of the blue, but that's okay. Oh, there they are. Sorry, I went to go look to see where I put the other ornaments. And then I could not see them, so kind of had a panic attack of where did I put them and did I accidentally leave the room with them? But no, they're right in front of me. There we go. Okay, I'm just trying to... There we go. Paint around there. Perfect. I'm going to clean that off. And then I need that yellow again that I was using, and then I'm going to paint right here. Excuse me, I'm just getting to the garbage. There we go. So again, a lot of the stuff that I'm using is from the dollar store other than the paints. For the Christmas decoration, like, which is not bad. Because I don't believe you should break your bank just to have, like, holiday stuff. Like I said before, like, I really like the idea of a Christmas village, but every time I went to go look, they were like, I think the cheapest one was like $80 and it was not that pretty. And if you got cheaper, it did not look that great, but I really wanted a Christmas village. So I literally went to the dollar store and bought a lot of little houses, like wooden houses that they had around Christmas time, and just painted those in to make my Christmas village. Because yeah, I think that was like, I think I spent $25 and all of that. And I actually kind of like the little village. You can actually see it in the Instagram posts. That I did. I think I posted. It's the one with the Christmas tree in it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's the one that has the little Christmas tree in it and the flying Santa. Sorry, I had to think about that for a moment. Alrighty, so we've done that and we've done that. So let's grab our next little ornament. Sorry. I'm just tired. Good. Okay. These are cute. Are you dry? Oh, you are dry. Okay. I'll paint the backgrounds of those in a little bit. But, okay. We're going to make the next one. So, I guess I could make it a present. Maybe I can do Christmas bells on this. I don't know, though. couldn't make him a snowman. Yeah, I guess this one can be a snowman. Sorry, just kind of looking up at ideas that I have. I had a pencil, right? I did. Sorry, trying to wake up. Not working. Okay, there's one snowman. There's a second snowman. Little Santa hat. I think this one we're gonna put on. A normal looking toque. There we go. Circle, circle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make like coal a coal smile. Sorry, like you know how you used to put coal in, like the coal for the eyes, the coal for the mouth. Yeah. There we go, and then bad looking sticks. Just one stick. Last stick. There we go. Well, that's kind of like the idea that we're going to go for. Okay. Sorry. Give this an open. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I need black. I don't have a white. Never mind. We'll see. I don't know what color that is. Which kind of bugs me. But we'll give that a test out. Hopefully I'm not blocking the whole thing with my head. I apologize. There we go. I'm just gonna grab this. I'm just gonna test it on here. Okay, it is a gray. That's not bad. Okay. Sorry, I just didn't know what color that was. I am going to take it and use this, though. Maybe not. Let's go back to the black. I'm doing this just because I don't have a white marker. So it kind of just makes more sense to use a black one. There we go. Red for the hat. Perfect. And then I think I want a blue hat here. For blue and green. There we go. Okay, brown. There we go. Sorry. There we go. And then I need the black marker again. Just right here. Perfect. And we're going to take the eraser to it because we're now done with the marker. So I'm going to put these away. Sorry. Okay, eraser. Here we go. Perfect. Water. Perfect. Do I even know a Sheila? Okay. Oh, I do. Never mind. I know that name. We're fine. Okay. Perfect. Alrighty, let's grab some paint and start painting it. There we go. Give that a wash. I have to go bathroom again. Shoot. Okay, guys, just one moment. Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry. Okay, I am back. And we're going to keep on painting. I'm going to keep using these number paints. Or, well, I'm going to use this green. So that way it just doesn't go to waste. There we go. A little bit of this blue. There we go. Perfect. And then I'm going to open up this brown. So that way I can do this. Know what I realized? I didn't even pick a background color. Oh well, that's okay. This little stick. If you guys are having a hard time seeing it, let me know. Or let me know if I'm getting in the way of it, because that's not fair for you guys. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is, sorry, just thinking. Okay, let's grab black. So we're going to paint in the coal. There we go. Perfect. I want orange now. Yeah, orange. We'll go with this one. So it kind of looks like you're staring directly at it, so that way it still has a carrot as a nose, but there we go. Perfect. And then we're going to grab a smaller brush. Yeah, let's go with 5-0. And there are different types of whites that I have. So 16 is a nice bright white, and then I'm going to use this 21, which is like a grayish white. So there are two different types. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to take this part here to paint in at least this part of the white. So the Santa hat. I'm also going to use that same white to paint here. Night night. Or good night time. Going to sleep? Sorry. Just want to make sure I understand. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, yeah, it kind of did. And I was like, oh, that's sweet that you popped in to say goodnight. But I wanted to make sure I was actually saying goodnight, if that makes sense. How are you doing? No, that's fair. Sleeping is not my talent either. I wish it was. Last night it was, but yeah. I'm doing alright. Keeping busy. Kind of getting a little hungry. What about you? How was your day? Same old? Nice. Nothing wrong with being good, right? There we go. I am working on a Christmas wreath, so all this stuff here is for the wreath. Yeah, no, so that's good. At least nothing's wrong. So, like... Ooh, nice. Ugh. So the wreath, we're gonna have Santa in the middle of the wreath, and then we're gonna hang those around. I do have other things to put on the wreath, but I'm making it a 2-part series for it. Yeah. So, the start of it, Santa was done. I've made these 2 little guys. I got another ornament to do. And then I have to attach it all to the wreath, which I'm excited for. My Christmas wreath broke this year as I was taking it out of storage, which is fine. It's a dollar store one. I like the holiday. I like the festivities, and I like the fellowship it brings. If that makes sense. I do love this time of year just because it seems a little nicer. And when I mean nicer, just people seem a little bit more happier. Yeah. What about you? Love this time of year, or you're just trying to survive it? Okay, I'm gonna give this a wash. I usually see a little bit of happier people, but I think what I mean is like I find more people are dressed. Like there's a lot of grumpy people, don't get me wrong. Oh, that's fair. But I see a lot of people just dressed and ready for it. Do you you're a Grinch? Nothing wrong with that. Do you celebrate something else other than Christmas, or you just nothing, right? Sorry, I thought I'll ask. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. Nothing? Oh, that's fair. Nothing wrong with that. And know what? I don't blame you. With all the Christmas music, at one point you start to go insane. There we go. I don't blame you. Alright, what was the color that I wanted to do? This one. Feliz Navidad. I agree. Yes, that one is a good one. I think I like scream that one at the top of my lungs when I hear it. I don't know if they came out with any like Christmas stuff. Any? Yeah. No, that's fair. Because I don't think they've released any good like Christmas songs or anything recently either. Yeah, a lot of the time it's covers. Like I think I've heard it's cold outside covers at least 100 of them. Santa Baby, thousands. Jingle Bells, there's probably millions of that one. Yeah, Taylor Swift sings All I Want for Christmas Is You. Uh, know what? I will say, I think one of my favorite Christmas songs is the All I Want for Christmas is a Hippopotamus. And only a hippopotamus will do. I like that one because it just seems childish. Hippo, yeah. That one I like because that one's just, it sounds so childish and it's just kind of cute. Um, Silent Night. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That was the one that I think would go for all Christmas concerts. Because I remember singing that one in school too. Um, but yeah, I don't think there's much. Yes, all around the world. I remember a long time ago, I think I sang like a version of Jingle Bells or Dashing Through the Snow, whatever it was, but it would be like, yeah, it would be different. I'd be like dashing through the blood in a one-armed legged sleigh, bashing as we go, laughing all the way. I went at like a dark version of it once because I got bored. Actually, I think I just got mad at Christmas songs. And then I like made like it more horror Christmas just because I got so tired of they started playing Christmas songs in September. And like by the time December came around, I was just done. And I think at that time I was also working in the mall. So that's all I heard. I'm actually surprised I didn't go insane. They do. They do act very happy around Christmas time. I think that's kind of why I like it, is people are a little bit more happier. But like people are very grumpy where I am because it's always cold, so it's kind of nice when people are a little nice, if that makes sense. I think though that weirds me out is the ones that act way, 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 way too happy. Um, how do I put it this way? That is fair. But when people are throwing coffee at you and telling you to fuck off when you just walk past them, I think I would rather deal with just the kind of happy people. Not overly happy. Like, not Whoville happy? Does that make sense? Yeah. I remember where I live, it's just kind of like, how do I put it this way? It's very normal to see violence. Around the holiday time, violence is kind of slowed down a little bit. Does that make sense? Because everyone's kind of in the holiday cheer. But I don't know how many times like I would go out of the house and just be like walking, and next thing you know you're watching people start a fight because how dare you take my parking spot even though you were far away. Um Sometimes just holding the door and saying thank you to someone holding the door, just sometimes they're just grumpy when you do it and they're like walk faster. It's too fucking cold to hold the door for you. And you're like, well, you weren't obligated to hold it, right? Um So yeah, no, I prefer this time because people are a little bit more nicer in that sense. Yeah. There's also less stabbings around this time, which is also nicer. I live in winter hell. A lot of people are very grumpy. Yeah, and that's fair. Yeah, out here you either get very grumpy or very, very nice people, but yeah. Um, people talk more. I think they say hello more, but that's about it. But yeah, but that's still not too bad. Unless you're just tired of people talking, and at that point, you just put in headphones and just put on like the witch face, and people will leave you alone. Yeah, happy holiday. No, that's fair. Um, I know a long time ago when I worked in like the liquor store around the holiday season, I'd be like, "Have fun, bye." I don't think I ever actually wished them happy holidays. I think if they wished me like Merry Christmas, I wish them it back. But yeah, I kind of stopped. I know I didn't do like any of that. Yeah. If people wished it, I wished it back. I mostly wish people a happy day or enjoy your drink, right? But like people would come into like the liquor store to be like, I just spent like $500 on Christmas gifts. This is a gift for myself. I'm like, you enjoy. You deserved it. Oh, nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it is nice to have the silence, though. I will agree. Especially on days that I don't want to talk, and then if the cashier's very talkative, it's like, I don't want to seem like a dick, but please stop. I don't think I'm very talkative to the cashiers. I think the only time I'm really, really talkative is if they were just literally dealing with a jerk, and I ask if they're okay. Out here, people do small talk. Um, like I do small talk with some of my grocery people, but that's because they've been serving my groceries for like 8 years, and so I will see how they're doing and stuff like that because there's a relationship. But that's fair. Um, so I do small talk, but I do get where you're coming from. Though after having small talk with like the cashier, the social battery's dead. Uh, it can be. I know some cashiers when I worked at the liquor store loved having small talk because it would help them feel like the day is going by fast. Yeah. Out here, our weather changes like every 10 minutes. It's also always cold, so I think how we start the small talk is that stupid weather, man. But yeah. Yes. No, I know we have actually a few cashiers out here that like the cashier is like put as the slow lane and it's meant for elderly people to go there so that they could have a conversation with people, and they're meant to have like conversations for like 5 to 10 minutes with the person at the cashier. Yeah, so those are considered slow lanes, and it's meant for people, and it does, they even allow like younger people too. They're like, we don't care, just if you need someone to talk to, that's the slow lane, right? Which I think is cute. Especially since they dress up. So like Easter, one was in the Easter bunny costume, one was like, one looked like a actual bunny with the ears and the nose and stuff like that. We also had someone for Thanksgiving look like a turkey. Yeah, free therapy. So I like those. Um, mhm. I think those are neat. But no, I can understand not wanting to talk to people, don't worry. Yes, they are. That's where I go if I'm not in the mood to talk. And I don't want any type of small talk or anything. I go straight to the cashier. Or like the self checkout. Unless I have like a sale item that needs them to put in a code. Yeah, then you have a panic attack. Uh, I know that usually where our self checkouts are, we usually have a cashier that stands there just in case. And they just say goodbye to you. But, yeah. What color should I do the background? Should we do purple? Let's do purple. Oh, you have no one watching. Okay. Yeah, they have at our self checkouts in our grocery stores, at least where I am, they have someone standing there. No, it's just stealing, yes. It's also self checkouts right by the doors, so they like to say goodbye to people as they leave. Um, for customer service. Yeah, and then at the same time, a lot of people go to self checkouts and they have like little coupons on our food packages that are like $2 off today or something like that. So you have the option to go to the self checkout and then just wave the person down to get your discount. So they're just there to put it in and walk away. Sometimes like our scanners for our like self checkout don't like our bags either. So they just come to go click 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 and walk away so that way we don't have to sit there just waving someone down or being like, now what? Yeah. So you don't have to be like mortified to go find someone to fix things. They're right there and they go and walk away. No, we don't have a call for staff button on our screens because oh no. You panicked, didn't you? I would have panicked if I pressed it. I can understand that. Oh. Yeah, no, I can understand that. That would be like the worst day of my life too if I did something like that. No, I actually pressed the elevator emergency button once. So like 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 in the elevator they have that call button to call someone for help. Yeah, I accidentally pushed it and it started raining and I had to go from like the basement to the top floor, so like 5 floors total, so to the fourth floor. And I was just like honestly shitting bricks. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Oh my god. Oh no. Shit. 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 Because I'm like, does that go to the fire department? Does that go, like, where does it go? Luckily for me, it went to our reception desk. So my LPN answered and they're like, is everything okay? Blank, blank, blank. Home, how can I help you? And I'm like, it's me. I guess the elevator calls you. I accidentally pressed the button. I did not live it down for that whole week. Like, at all. Yeah, sadly, no hot firefighters. But we did have a fall later that day, so we did get to see some hot ones. So, that person was also okay. Um, they slipped off their chair and just couldn't get up afterwards. Yeah, it was a win. Yeah, that was the fun thing about working in a nursing home is at least every day you gotta see firefighters and EMS, sometimes cops, and that was fun. And I think the funnest part about it was like all the old ladies would come up to us and be like, "Did you see that fine piece of ass that just walked by? If I was your age, I would just be right on top of him. Oh, girl, you should be single. Go get some." And I'm like, "Oh yeah." So it's very fun. um, when they would come, and sometimes they just randomly show up, and we're like, "What you doing here?" But yeah, no, the old people were great when the firefighters showed up. We didn't have to make comments; they were making the comments for us. It was fun watching, like, oh yeah, they are great. It's fun when like you get a new like EMS or a new firefighter or a new policeman that comes in, and the first thing that happens to them is all the old ladies will start hitting on them. And they're like, and they just look at us and we're like, smile. And it's just so much fun. I think my favorite was when we did have someone fall and they did end up having to go to a hospital. Uh, our police can be fun too and serious, but they ended up coming like fell, and so the fire department came first, and this poor, like, I think he was like 19, 20 years old, but this poor little firefighter dude was just getting hit on and told how he would get screwed if this old lady was young enough to screw him. Yeah. They've also done it to cops because sometimes we have cops come. Because sometimes, like, okay, so you remember when you're a kid and, like, they tell you don't call 911 because the police will come? Yeah, they have nothing to lose, so they go fun with it, right? So, sometimes they will actually call 911 and hang up. And we would be like, why did you call 911? Well, I wanted to know if they will show up if I called on a cell phone. Okay, and then I realized it wouldn't work, so I tried the house phone. And you're like, why are you calling them? Bored. It's like taking care of kids again. So, it can be fun. Can be. Oh, yeah. Sometimes we do. Like, I remember it was one night I was working, and this police officer just shows up at the door. I'm like, hi, did we call or did you call? No, sadly I don't. I ended up leaving nursing because a lot of the stuff that's going on with the government, um, I feel like if I stay, it would not be good for my mental health, and I feel like I would just, like, what they're planning on doing just seems cruel, and a lot of nurses are planning on going on strike and going to the media about it. And I figured that if I stayed, my mental health would not do good like it wasn't already. And then they have, like, in nursing as well, they have the attitude of you shouldn't have a holiday. Like, how do I put it this way? I got told by my boss that I need to step up and start helping out more and take one for the team. And this was like after I did 7 days straight of work. And I was going to go start to do a Like, I was going to literally work 2 weeks straight, and they wanted me to work my one day off and give me the Saturday. And I'm like, I can't do that. And I got told I should take it for the team. And I'm like, I've been working for everyone, right? So they're kind of dickish. And like, even if you call into work, you're not supposed to get called in to show up to work. I was the only person getting called and told, you need to come into work. I know you called in today, but you're coming because we didn't get it, we couldn't get it covered. And so, but they would like leave me stranded. So like, if they couldn't get a shift covered in the nighttime when I worked, I would have to do two people's lists um, to take care of people and get told, well, this is part of nursing. But they would not let me short a shift, but everyone else was allowed to short a shift. Yeah, no, it a lot of stuff is very, and nursing rules out where I am are a lot different than where a lot of people are. So like a normal shift for a nurse can be 12 hours, right? So I worked at a place where if you stayed for a 12-hour shift, there was no overtime because those are normal shifts. So like out here, and then depending on where you are in your province as well, rules can be like, or in your country, depending on what province you're in, can shape your rules and your laws for your health care. So I know where I am, our rules are a little bit more looser. They're not as bad as the states. But yeah, we get told that and then we deal with that, and then it was a headache at most. Um, all the stuff that they did try to go after me that was illegal, I put them in their place. Because you gotta make sure you know what's legal. Yeah, we can be treated very bad. I can't remember if you. So there's this guy and he does nursing videos, and he's a Filipino, but he's from the States. And I can't remember what videos names are called, but like he explains like normality of what to expect as a nurse. So like I'm used to working short shifts and understaffed, and that's a normal thing in a nursing environment. Um but he explains it, and he does like skits where he wears wigs. Let me And he likes to say beg your biggest part on. But he explains pretty much like what it's like to work as a nurse kind of in Canada and kind of in the States. What's his name? Sorry, I know I have him on here. Let's go here. Um in fact, if a nurse like takes stress leave, a lot of nurses out here, and it's so stupid. So like if a nurse takes stress leave, and I took in stress leave, I knew a lot of nurses that took in stress leave, especially after COVID, because that killed us. Like during COVID, I worked. I wouldn't even have a day off. Yeah, out here it's different. We're also fighting with like our provincial, which is also a headache. And it's not like we can walk away from our strikes. Um, because then we can get charged for neglect. And if there is a walk-off strike, they actually have to find other nurses. Oh, his name is Nurse John. No. So our federal government tries to care, but it's mostly our provincial government that takes care of our health care. It's why certain places you can't work. So I wanted to get into psych nursing because I enjoy the fact of psych nursing. But I can only work in 5 provinces. So I'm only allowed to work in Western Canada. I can't work in Eastern Canada because they don't have that as a job out in Eastern Canada. So it all depends on who leads in provincial government, which is sad. And if the federal government gets in charge, it's usually with the military, which happened in Quebec during COVID. But yeah, check out Nurse John. He's actually quite funny, and he actually kind of explains how nurse culture works in just short videos of like skits. So the government we have voted in right now does not care about healthcare or education, which sucks, but that's what happens when you vote things in, right? Because where I live out here, you're either, how do I put it this way? So where I live, I grew up with being taught that you can choose whatever person to lead. You don't have to stick with a certain person. So I can choose one. If I believe the conservatives are going to do a better job, I'll choose conservatives. If I believe liberals, I can choose liberals. I choose whoever I believe is like the lesser evil. Where out here, people are raised where you're either conservative or you're NDP, and that's it. And even if you don't agree with like what your party's going to do, you're still going to vote for them because you grew up conservative or you grew up NDP or you grew up liberal. So that's kind of how it is out here. And if you're not going to vote for your party, you don't vote at all, which sucks. Yeah. Like, I know when I explain to other people out here that I vote for whoever I think is the lesser evil, I don't stick to people. They're very confused by it. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of depends on where we are, right? Yeah. Alrighty, so I will be back on later tonight. So I can keep on working on the Wreath because I got another ornament to do. I got a nutcracker to make, and we gotta put our Wreath together. So yeah, but yeah, we do have an election coming up. I think soon, so we'll see what happens. The bright side is with my licensing as for nursing, I can keep it for 4 years without legally working. Mm-hmm. So if it comes back, all I have to do is go get my first aid and I can go join. So it's not too bad. I'm also not wasting the education, if that makes sense. So I do have a chance to go back. And it's only been 1 year since I've walked away and tried to find other things. So we'll see what happens with it, but if not, it doesn't hurt me as much. If that makes sense. I think I'd rather have my mental health over it. But there we go. Like I was saying, this is what we got done so far today for this stream. Whoop, whoop, and Santa. And then, I'm actually surprised that Santa turned out as good as he did. I thought he was going to turn out like even 10 times worse, but there we go. And then I will be back on around 8 o'clock my time. You're probably going to be sleeping, but that's okay. You need the sleep. To finish it up, and then I will post to like the page and everything of what it looks like afterwards. Yeah, awesome. So you take care, you get some rest. And then I will be back on later today. You too. I will see you at some point. Boy, you have a fun Monday. Boy.